Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bilal here and welcome to this new video. And as you can see, we're here with this very special guest. He's a reverted and he's gonna tell us the story how did he end up Muslim. And yeah, so don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel to help me read the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And bismillah, let's do it.
Right. Assalamu alaikum. No, it's all good. My name is Pasha and I'm from Russia. I'm from the coldest place in the world. I'm from Siberia, and the area where I'm from, not many Muslims at all.
Okay.
And it's close to Kazakhstan, and Kazakhstan is a Muslim country, but it's very secular and there is no Islam where I'm from. I pretty much learned Islam here when I was in Australia, alhamdulillah. Yeah, my journey to Islam was very long. It started with the Muslim friends I've had at uni. At that time there was a lot of Islamophobia in internet. You know, like when I was dealing with the Muslim people, they were nothing like the media was showing. The media shows Muslims as terrorists and stuff like that, but they didn't blow themselves up. So it was weird, like, they don't blow themselves up.
Because basically
they didn't stab me, like.
Okay, because you see on the media and then you see the real Muslim.
Yes, like they didn't stab me or anything like that.
Cheap person as well.
Yeah, like they didn't carry bombs with them. So I was like, it's weird, like, why I didn't blow up yet. Yeah, like they were different from like other people, non-Muslims, because non-Muslims are pretty much all like very similar, even though like they different countries, they come from different countries, but they all pretty much the same, like in a way, like they have similar lifestyle. They all do the same things, like they all drink, they all go out, to have some drinks and stuff like that. They all party, like they all do like the free mixing. And so like there is no much, like you meet people from different, like especially when you're international students and stuff, you meet a lot of people like, from different countries, but like they're very similar. But the Muslims, there was something about them, like they didn't drink. Some of them did, but I had some friends who like didn't, and like actually like there was time to pray. They prayed and stuff like that, and it was like very like interesting experience for me. The environment where everyone is drinking and like smoking, doing like all of this free mixing. They had some boundaries and they had some like strong personalities, So it was very attractive to me, and the fact that they were like the very like nice people, like very like generous, like kind and stuff like that, like very like Muslims were like very nice people, like the ones I've met, and yeah, like nothing like what the media was showing. So like and because like alhamdulillah, I like to make my own decisions and stuff like that. I don't trust the media like from early ages.
Okay.
Because I know like that's you can't.
Sometimes they lie,
like the media,
sometimes
like
they're not. So you need to do some your own research.
Everyone knows how honest they are. So I like to make my own decisions.
What was your beliefs before Islam? So you grew up as a
what? Because I grew up in Russia, and Russia is Orthodox Christianity.
Okay.
My family, everyone in my family is Orthodox Christian.
Strict?
Not strict, but more practicing than most of Russians.
Okay.
But like we didn't read Bible or anything like that.
You just had some values.
Yeah, it's just like
Christian.
some values and some traditions because of the parents, grandparents, and so on. I didn't practice Christianity too much. I always believed in God. Like I always prayed to God. I always had this connection with God from early childhood. Alhamdulillah. But I didn't know who the God is. Because I didn't know like the attributes of God and stuff like that. But when I became a Muslim, what I liked about Islam, what attracted me to Islam is how clear it is who Creator is, and who the God is, like who Allah is. Because in Christianity it was very confusing to me, like who the God is. it's the Father, or
Or
is
the
it
Son,
the
or
Son?
the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, like to be honest, because I grew up as Christian, like Orthodox Christian. When I had this conversation with one of my Muslim friends, and the Muslim friend mentioned me that Christians consider Jesus as God, and I'm like, no, he's not God, he's a son of God.
Okay.
And they're like, no, he is God, and I'm like, no, like I was arguing with my Muslim friend that Jesus is actually like not like I didn't consider him God. I thought like he's son of God, but not in a way, not a physical son of God.
Yeah.
Like it's
more spiritual way.
Yeah. So for me, like I was already like I had to slow down and I had to think about it, because like I didn't want to look like stupid, like saying something like what doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? So I was like, alright, like I had to investigate. So it was one of the triggering points for me. So like what I like about Islam is that in Islam there is very clear definition of who the Creator is, and that He's unique, that He created everything, that He created everything, like the sun, the moon, the planets,
And how?
yeah, everything on the earth, and how He created, and everything is very clear in Islam. There were a few life situations which led me to learn Islam. One of the triggering points for me was I had a bike crash. And Alhamdulillah, nothing happened to me.
Okay.
I had a bike accident and nothing happened to me, only a couple of scratches. And it made me think about life more carefully, and it was one of the triggering points. Another one is when my grandpa died. It also made me think about like what happens after life.
Afterlife. Okay.
Is it going to finish, or there is something else after it? Even though I believed in God, I didn't have clarity, you know, like I was a bit confused because I didn't have any answers. I believed in God. If you ask me like, do you believe in God? I will tell you like, yes, I believe in God, but I didn't have clarity. It was like maybe yes, maybe no, like this, like, you know, not very clear. And then like after a few things happened which kind of made me think about death more seriously, and I wanted to find the answers, like what happens after death and stuff like that. And I started to do the research.
How?
Like on my own. I decided to read the Quran because it's the fastest growing religion, and I wanted to know like why it's fastest growing, like, and
what are the reasons? Why people choose this?
Yeah, and I've met Muslims before, which are actually like very nice people and stuff. Yeah, like I decided to start with the Quran and Islam, and at the same time I was reading the atheism. Like atheism, what I mean by atheism is the father of the atheism is Charles Darwin, and his book The Way of Life.
The Way of Life.
I think so, yeah. Or Origin of Life. I pretty much studied it at the same time.
So the Quran and this book
Yeah.
at the same time.
So like I downloaded Quran and I downloaded Origin of Life by Charles Darwin. And yeah, like the Quran was like it was very clear. Like it's very powerful text. It's not easy text to read. You can't read it fast. Like it's nothing. Even though like I was reading the translation, it's not easy text to read. Like I was reading, then I had to reread some chapters again, like some, you know, like verses again, because it was very powerful. I had to like I was trying to understand everything.
The context.
Yeah, but because the message was very like powerful. I was reading second chapter, Al-Baqarah, and like Allah, God gives the criteria in Al-Baqarah in the second chapter where He says if the Quran was from someone else but from God, then there would be many mistakes and contradictions, which is very powerful. So, which means if Quran has at least one mistake or one contradiction, they're free not to believe it. You know, like it was like just too clear. And at the same time, just one moment, I was reading the
book of that.
Yeah, the book of atheism, Charles Darwin.
Okay.
and I could compare the Quran, Islam, and atheism, and pretty much I read until the point where Charles Darwin, pretty much, to be quick, he went to an island. He observed the animal kingdom.
Okay.
He saw monkeys,
Okay.
probably for the first time in his life, and monkeys looked similar to people,
Okay.
to the men. Like monkeys looked similar to men, and that's how he came to a conclusion that men came from monkeys. I closed the book. I mean, I didn't close it physically. Like
Okay, you
I
just
closed it
stopped
on my laptop. I closed it, and I never came back to it because it's very stupid. Because men look similar to monkeys. He came to a conclusion: the men came from monkeys. And I'm like, man, like I don't want to waste my time. Like, I mean, if that's the logic he uses, if that's how he came to a conclusion, I'm like,
Okay,
come on, man. I'm reading like Quran, and at the same time I'm reading this rubbish, like. And I'm like, I can compare both at the same time. I mean, like, man, like I'm reading this powerful text, and I'm reading
The one that says
the one which says like because someone observed. Why do I need to believe him? Who is he?
Who is he?
He saw like I saw monkeys before. Like I didn't come to this conclusion. Like, you know, I saw monkeys before, like many times in the zoo. Like, you know, like I gave monkeys like some food before. Like, you know, but I didn't come to this conclusion.
The day that you took your Shahada, tell me what were your what did you feel? What were your emotions? How and how was it?
I remember it was the 17th of August, 2020. And I went to the mosque, but they didn't take me Shahada. Like the sheikh I spoke with, he told me you're already Muslim, that's it. But I expected, to do my Shahada.
So you didn't do it?
No, he didn't, I didn't do it there. But then, after I left the mosque, my friends called me back, and I told them what happened, and they're like, okay, no, come with us. We can do it together. Come tomorrow, to the mosque and stuff.
Okay.
So I came to the mosque, and apparently there were a lot of people, maybe 100 people.
Waiting for you.
Yeah. So the whole mosque was full. I'll show you a video later. It was full. It was packed. The whole mosque was packed. The sheikh called me, and I was very nervous. Yeah, he put me on the spot, and but I was just very nervous, and I didn't feel much at that moment, but the realization came to me later. A couple of weeks later, a couple of months later. And yeah, I feel very grateful, and I feel very happy with this decision now. It's the best decision I've made.
What was the reaction of your Russian friends? Your friends or your relatives back home, and your parents.
Unfortunately, some of them took better, some of them was. Some of my family took it better, some of them was. But alhamdulillah, even my parents, they are much better now than before.
Okay. So before, what was the reaction when you called them? Okay, Mama, I want to become Muslim.
Oh yeah, a lot of drama, a lot of drama. They were not.
They said no.
They were not having it. They were not liking the idea of me becoming a Muslim, because they have a similar mentality as I had before, when I was young. So I know what they think, because we're from the same environment. I know what type of ideas they have. Because
the media stuff.
The media, the same brainwashing.
Okay.
They went through as I went through. We came from the same country. So I know the same arguments. I know exactly what they think. But because they probably got scared that their son is far away from them. Maybe he got brainwashed or whatever. They watched this news where someone got like brainwashed, and like yeah, and they go like do jihad like somewhere, like
So
all of this rubbish like from the media. So they thought the same thing happened to me,
Okay.
and there is no like rationality, no logic. They just
I said no.
yeah, they just got scared for me. Like I'm their son, I understand it,
Okay.
and but alhamdulillah, like they're better now already, because they see like like
They say I'm not.
yeah, like I'm
myself.
becoming, yeah, but I didn't blow up myself yet.
Not stabbing
Yeah,
anyone.
like-
I'm just out here praying.
yeah, like
doing
instead
good
of going to the parties, like drinking, taking drugs or whatever, like going to the dangerous environments where everyone is drunk, taking drugs, where fights happens, like I'm not going to these environments. I'm going like I'm going to the pray, like I'm going to pray, and 9 p.m. I'm in my bed.
So basically, it took them time, to,
Yeah, like I'm
to
I'm not
understand.
doing anything like crazy. Like I'm instead of doing something like what is bad for me, like drugs, alcohol, like like putting myself in this
Zina, etc.
yeah, in this terrible environment, like like I'm training, like living healthy lifestyle and stuff. So they see it, and they can make like they can make a decision. Like they can see like I'm becoming a better person
Okay.
than if I was not a Muslim.
Thank you so much, Pasha. Last question. If what advice you could give to someone that right now is in your same position, before becoming Muslim,
Yeah.
What's the advice you could give to them that wants to learn about Islam but still have some doubts, still have some question in their mind? You were in this position before, yeah? So since you went through, what's the best advice you could give to someone that is in your position?
So, because for me, my journey started with the question, what happens after life?
Okay.
And I was trying to find the answers. Because many people, they scared to even think about afterlife. They kind of pretend the death never happens.
Okay.
They try to like, don't think about it because it might give them, bad feelings. They're like, oh, like, they're scared about the death, and they're like, I don't want to think about it. It doesn't exist, but it's real. Like like we can't just have our pink glasses on. We have to be like realistic. Everyone is born, and everyone is going to die. Like that's same for everyone.
Same for everyone.
So what I would recommend everyone to be like realistic.
Yeah,
To be like practical, like we need to actually like be more down to earth. Like we need to think and investigate what's going to happen after the death.
Okay.
And just do your own research, and I recommend you to start with Islam, but I recommend you to investigate other religions and other ways of life as well. But
read the book of
yeah, like I mean, if you want to read it, like give it a shot. But like Origin of Life by Charles Darwin, give it a shot. I mean, I'm confident that the message of Islam is way more powerful, and it's just it's just like you can't compare, like it's just different categories, it's different categories, man. And like I mean, just read the Quran, and may Allah guide you. Yeah, 100%. Like you have to read the Quran,
in your own language
because
to read
because I'm Russian, and I read the Quran in Russian.
Okay.
So like I read the translation of the Quran, but it was enough for me to get the clear message, as clear as I could. And I would recommend everyone to read it in their own language, and don't delay it for later, because later might be too late. And if you die,
This one is
like
good quote.
that's it. Like it will be too late.
Because can't be too late.
Yeah, there is nothing to lose to read and investigate and get educated.
Jazakallah khairan, Pasha. Hope you all the best. So don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and see you the next time. بإذن الله تعالى. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.